She cheated. But her excuse was worse than the betrayal. I remember the night I found out like it just happened. The night my entire world cracked open. It was 2:13 a.m. My phone buzzed and I almost ignored it. But something in my gut told me to check. A text from an unknown number. You should know what your wife is doing when you're working late. Attached was a photo. My wife, Emily, in our bedroom with another man. I stared at it, unable to breathe. My hands shook so violently, I dropped the phone. For the next hour, I sat on the edge of the bed, replaying every smile, every laugh, every "I love you" she had whispered. Were they all lies? The next morning, I didn't confront her. I made coffee, kissed her forehead, pretended like nothing had changed, because I needed to know the truth with my own eyes. I told her I had a late shift that night. Instead, I parked my car down the street and waited. My heart was beating like a war drum. At 9:47 p.m., he arrived. Same guy from the photo, confident, casual, like he'd done this before. They didn't even lock the door. I watched through the crack in the curtains as she laughed, the kind of laugh she hadn't given me in years. And then she kissed him. That moment didn't just break me, it emptied me. I left, drove aimlessly for hours until I ended up in the parking lot of the diner where we had our first date, where she told me I made her feel safe, where I thought we were forever. At 3 a.m., I finally came home. She was asleep, curled up like nothing had happened. I lay next to her, wide awake, and realized something terrifying. She was a stranger now, and I was sleeping beside a lie. The next day, I acted normal. But behind the calm smile, I was building something, a trap. I secretly placed a voice recorder in the bedroom, installed a small camera in the living room, and copied all her texts to my laptop through our shared iCloud. Over the next week, I collected everything, every message, every phone call, every "I miss you" she sent him. Her lover's name was Adam. He worked with her. He was married, too. That made it worse somehow. They were both living double lives. While their spouses made dinner and folded laundry, they were making love in stolen hours. I didn't explode. Not yet. Because part of me wanted to see if she would confess, if there was even one spark of honesty left in her. So, one Sunday morning, while she was brushing her teeth, I asked gently, "Emily, are you happy with me?" She froze, toothbrush in hand, then forced a smile. "Of course I am. Why would you ask that?" I just nodded. And in that moment, I knew. She wasn't going to stop, and she wasn't going to tell me. That night, I called Adam's wife. Her name was Sarah. Her voice trembled when I told her. She cried quietly, and then asked for proof. I sent everything. Within an hour, she called me back. Her tone had changed, hard, cold, surgical. She wanted revenge too. We made a plan. 3 days later, Emily and Adam met at a hotel. They thought they were clever. They weren't. Sarah and I booked the room directly next to theirs. We heard everything through the wall, the laughter, the whispers, the betrayal. And then, right as they were about to leave, we walked out together and caught them in the hallway. Emily's face went pale. Adam froze. Sarah slapped Adam so hard it echoed. I didn't say a word. I just handed Emily the divorce papers I'd already signed and walked away. She called me that night, crying, begging. "Please let me explain. It didn't mean anything. I was lonely. You were always working. I hung up. Because here's what she didn't understand. It wasn't just the cheating. It was the months of lies, the fake smiles, the way she let me believe we were happy, while she gave the best parts of herself to someone else. 2 weeks later, I moved out, filed the papers, started therapy, started breathing again. It's been 6 months now. Sometimes I still wake up reaching for her side of the bed. Old habits die hard. But I've learned something. When someone betrays you like that, you don't get closure from them. You give it to yourself. And that's what I did.